Well, good morning everybody, Potatoes here. We are starting a new colony today. We are at Amphipolis, sorry, that's how we say it, Amphipolis. Maybe every time you see polis, it's polis instead, we're supposed to say it that way. Anyway, so we're at Amphipolis, the second colony of Athens. We already did Laurian before. Laurian gives us loads of money and sells bronze, which are amazing commodities, and in the previous part, hopefully you've seen how useful that stuff's been. Actually, as well, I think I've realised what we could have done at Athens, and I'll try to remember this when we go back there. I've got so many plans for it, but one of them is we can buy the bronze off of Laurian, who are specifically mining it for us, really. We can import it from them, sell the sculpture, because if you have a look, the prices around Greece right now for sculpture is insane. 640! And that entire previous chapter at Athens, we could have been selling it. And in fact, I think that is really the sneaky big trick as to how the devs want you to clear this on the harder difficulties, maybe. But yeah, with that little walkthrough for this mission, by the way, I glanced at it maybe a week ago. So I don't really remember any details, but I do remember that they were very light with it, basically. They just said, oh, you should know how to build a colony now by now. Get in and get out. That's essentially what their guide was. So, yeah, hopefully not too much really for us to think about there. Let's see, mission goals. So we got, unlike at the start of Laurian, we have all this Laurian money now. We have 27,000 drachma. And we're going to use that to produce 12 bars of bronze. 16, we're going to set aside 16 bronze, and then we're going to have, so basically they want us to have an income of bronze, an income of wood, a stockpile of bronze, a stockpile of wood, and then the same for marble as well. Basically, just set up some industry, and more of a mixed industry than we had at Laurian. And there's a huge convoluted story going on in the background here as well, sort of justifying all of this. But I don't think we have to worry too much. So, let's look at the map, shall we? Let's see how big it is. It's a lot bigger than Laurian. In fact, it's huge. This place is massive. Oh my god. So people recommend Laurian first, but to be honest, Amphipolis is a good town, isn't it? Let's see, what have we got for aesthetics? Okay, we have columns. So I want to show you guys a design for housing blocks, utilizing the columns. We have this nice river as well that comes down, and this road here on the left. This is a very cool design, I think, for a map, which I assume is the trading post, entrance, exit to the city. I also assume, you know, we're going to need some water crossings to get our people over. So let's set up, say, it looks like they've got one there. It's pretty good. So people can just almost directly come over. So we're going to want to feed people first of all. Fishing is what we'll be doing here. So there's a fish node there, there's a fish node there, there's a fish node there. Now if we're going to be really nerdy and efficient about this play, and there's one under the bridge, I think, which makes that bridge kind of a horrible spot because the graphics are going to look ugly as we deal with that. So I'm actually going to move that. I know it's petty and ridiculous, but hey, let's do a water crossing up there. And this other one we'll remove, I think anyway, there you go, delete the water crossing. Okay, so, if we want to be really nerdy and efficient about this, we would just set up a bunch of fishing right here, and they'd all go on that one node. But I like a city to have everything in use, so I'm going to do 2 fisheries there. And then I'm going to do, oh, we got to have them fishing on that island, don't we? We've got to. So what's the most number of fisheries we can put on the island? Looks like the water crossing has to take... Well, okay, hold on. So what we can do is we can count 1, 2 plus an extra thing. So, it's going to be a long walk for them, but that kind of adds to the magic a little bit as well, actually, I think. So if we do that there, we don't have to compromise on any fishing space. No, we do. Damn. Alright, well, never mind then. So... let's just put a water crossing there, because I'm imagining they're all going to be living on this side. And then we'll say fishery 1, 2, 1. Just to get the island going. And then we're going to need a maintenance post for these guys. Now, to be honest, that's more than enough already. This is already probably too many jobs, too much hassle, too much aggro. But I want each node to be done before we're done with that. So, 5 fisheries for our initial housing block. I think what we'll do is we'll do the parallel housing block idea again. So, we go... And, okay, mythology as well. So, we're not going to have any mythology, unfortunately. Damn it. Because what I was going to do is leave a flank open. So, they'll probably cut down the trees here. They'll get the bronze here. They'll get the marble here. So, food on the left of town, industry on the right of town, housing in the center of town. This is all very simple, isn't it? So, let's build that along like so. And we're going to get the basics in. So, we're going to do an infirmary, a water fountain. Oh, it's not a water fountain. And a maintenance post. We will have the palace. Is there a cool place for the palace? I think we'll put the palace right here. Onto the front of the housing block, because why not? Need access to a road? You have access to a road. Oh, there I press space to make time go forwards. Which is... Oh, I think we're going to have to press P here. Which is kind of a modern keybind. Okay, so I think we needed to just move time forwards for the game to realise. So we'll do this. So we'll say the palace right up here against the front of the place. That allows us to put a tax office there. And I think one house is probably as wide as we want it now. Let's actually count. The next adventure we do, we're gonna have like real. We'll be doing like real designs. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus these is 4. So we're at 8. So 4, 8, and then here we've got another 2. So we're 10 wide here. I don't think that's a good number. I think we want an odd number or something, but we'll see. So we can move them down. Now, if this gets too long, I'll just do a second water carrier. So we'll do that, and then we'll go 10 along again on the other side. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so just as a tip, and I'll probably do this in the next adventure regularly. But if you want to count like road and paths out for maintenance workers or whatever you're doing, and you don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but you have an idea of how far you want to go, you can do it based on the amount of money you're spending. So there you can see the 30 next to my crosshair. On this current difficulty level, it costs me 3 drachma per tile of road, so I can just drag across until I see 30, and therefore I know it's 10, because 3 times 10 is 30. That's how a lot of people play this game. That's how they talk about this game. They'll say, okay, put 100 drachma of road down, and you know you're fine. And that's a very quick way, once you've got designs and things in mind. But what I will say, and one of the reasons I haven't been doing it, is as the difficulty changes, prices go up. So depending on your difficulty, your number is going to be different. Like if you're on very easy mode here, this wouldn't cost 30 drachma. It'd cost like, I don't know. It might only cost 1 drachma per piece of road. It might be as much as only 10. So the difficulty changes it. And since in this Let's Play, I'm increasing the difficulty as we go along, I figured, well, there's no need to commit that stuff to memory just yet. When it gets a bit harder, then I will. And in fact, maybe the next adventure is a good time to do it. But yeah, the price that the road costs is a really easy way of just putting down specific stretches of road. And then like that. You can see how the building is actually useful in some ways there. So that's fine. So look, that's uneven, but do we have culture? We do, but it's not that. So we do all of this. How many times have we done this in this series? Well, that's fine. So we cut that across there like that. Bring these guys down, bring these guys down. Like, if this is too big, I'm just going to put a water fountain down there. Now I've made another mistake here, which is that... Yeah, and I've wasted some money with that. We need to do it this way. Oh, no, wow, oh my god, I've wasted a lot of money. We need to do it this way, so we can get some houses. Oh, no. Yeah, hold on, we got an outer ring, and then it will be a row of houses, and then it's another row of houses with a road. There we go, that's how it's supposed to be. Because I was looking at that, I was thinking, we got something wrong here. And then you roadblock like this, and this is obviously too thin now. But we'll figure that out as time goes by. They're going to need maintenance in the meantime. And they're going to need their fountain. So those two. And then we'll put... We'll go careful here now because we want more food. So they're going to want a granary. So, oh, now the agora situation. Right. I want to do something new and different with the agoras this time. Oh my god, which means... Well, no, we'll do a mini variant of it for today. So we're going to get rid of these three. And we're going to say agora... Oh, come on. Oh, but it's because we're still paused. Sure. Oh, were we paused? I don't know. They're not deleting. Anytime quick. There we go. That took them ages, didn't it? Is my game speed that high? So what we're going to do this time is we are going to say internal agora. And what I want to play with on this mission is this situation. This is too many houses. You're putting too many houses in, but I just wanted to have that lined up for this. Where they can throw resources two away from each other for the purposes of boulevard or avenue. So I want to test this out, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to say... Now imagine, I don't actually have avenue here, but imagine we avenued all this road. We could avenue all of this road here. You can't avenue the agora, though. This strip of land, and we saw this on a previous part. You can't agora, you can't avenue this because it's its own special building, right? So what can you do there with an internal thing? Obviously, we're going to be having the granaries in a different place. What can you do? Well, you could put columns there, which is what I said before looks quite cool. And then you might think, well, you've screwed yourself out of housing space, WP, because you can have two houses. Oh, I actually do quite like the maths here. What about houses that could go all the way along here where you put beautification there? Now, if my theory is correct, they can throw the food over these pillars and hit the houses on the other side. The problem is, when we build the plots, they need a road there, because the game's expecting them to be against a proper road. But what we can do is just have a dummy road. A road that isn't really necessary for the housing block, but is in a sneaky way. So this is required for these houses to exist, and the game's expecting them to get services on this side, but it's not. They're going to get it through the pillar. Or we could do parks or whatever, but I like that pillar effect a lot. Okay, so people are starting to move in. So this is the idea that I've got. Now, this is actually going to be some kind of industrial avenue over here, I think. So put a nice big square ready for that there. So people are going to move in. They're going to want jobs, I think. So we can count this now as well. We have housing for 400 people. We need 96 workers. So there is space for plenty more job opportunities. So I'm going to establish those right away. Let's do another fishery on an island, because I think that's just the coolest thing I've ever seen. So, administration. It's crazy. They need a 2x2. Alright, fine. So we'll do that. Then we'll say a fishery there, fishery there. Ooh, okay, that sucks. Alright, so water crossing. Actually, and it looks a bit weird, but I think the way to get the most stuff out of this, so we got 100 people, that's nice. I think we put the water crossing here. And then in this way, we can have fishery, 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 and get a road to all of them. And then a road to the back of the palace, maybe. Well, no, we don't want to do... We're gonna try to keep things disconnected still. So Olympia is buying more marble. That's good. So we can have another fishery there. And that connects that road. That's really nice. So that's this node. We're going to, in theory, put a bunch up there as well. There'll probably be some piers. Actually, where are we? Oh, yeah, we're really north, aren't we? In the previous part, I said, oh, this is the most north we've seen in this adventure. I meant in the whole Let's Play. I mean, when has the LP taken us more north than this? I don't know if we ever could go to, like, Tardas or whatever. I'm pretty sure these icons mean really distant places. So, yeah, there is a mix of piers and land trading around. You know, when you start with a huge amount of money, you could just, for that initial amount, start-up of food, you could just buy straight away. So, like, Odessos selling that wheat. I could say a trading post to Odessos over here. Oh, don't make me chop down the trees. I don't want it too near the water. Let's say trading post to Odessos over there. Preserving the natural harmony. That's a bit of a catchphrase of mine now, isn't it? I have come down from Mount Olympus! So, we can buy some wheat, and then we're going to need a granary for the people. So the Agora workers do need a road connection to the granary. And since food is on the left of the city, it doesn't make any sense to do it over there. So, it's going to be... Here's how we can set up our design. House, Agora, house. Right, that's our housing block. That's how we get the maths for the width really easily without actually having to remember anything. So we're going to want food vendors in both of those. And the granary's going to have to be fairly close. So we do this. Whoopsie. I wonder if there's going to be a single episode of this ever where I don't say the word whoopsie. Which is kind of a funny word, really. But I'm pretty sure I'm saying it every time because I'm making a mistake every time. So the granaries will live here. This will be granary row. They have to be close. Well, they don't have to be that close. That's fine. So it can be there. It can be there. We can do our pillar thing. Ionic columns. Like this. Like this. So this is storage. They need a maintenance man. I'm keeping it disconnected from here. I don't know whether for the rest of the series I'll do this. On the one hand, I think I might need to have really good cities for the higher difficulties. On the other hand, I don't want to because it's prettier and much more satisfying to connect this road. But you know what I've realised about myself, guys? A lot of you that watch me, you know, you probably think of me as a bit of an RPG guy. I don't know, I mean, that sums up a lot of the kind of adventure games and things that I've played in the past. But you know what I think I am more than anything else nowadays? And maybe this was always true. I think I'm a base building guy. I like base building, I like city building. Like when I play Minecraft, it's the base building I get really into. I played that game Grounded from Obsidian just before Christmas. I loved that because of the base building. I loved base building in Ark. I like this kind of stuff. And I noticed as well, like, Don't Starve, I've never done a series on that. I've not done a series on half the stuff I just said there. But Don't Starve, I love building bases and stuff in that game too. Oh, mind you, they're going to fish here, so we do want this node to be covered. Speaking of Don't Starve, I saw last night that just before Christmas, Clay Entertainment, who make Don't Starve, they released a new... Oh, we can get 3. That's going to be really cool. How rare. It's very rare to see 3 fisheries all lined up like that. They released a new game into early access. And it's a base building game. It's like a... It's like a magic school, Harry Potter-ish type of thing, I guess. In which... Do you know what? We could have put this fishing thing on the side so it would have been rotated and seemed fun. Even more fish. Well, look, we definitely don't need all of this. This is fun, though, because we have money to just bomb a ton of food and industry here. Yeah, anyway, that game looks quite cool. It looks a bit like Fallout Shelter. They say it's like Oxygen Not Included. Now, I've never played Oxygen Not Included. But since I saw it, I'm like, oh, I really kind of want to play that. And I think it's because I'm doing Zeus here with you guys. And I'm really in that base building mode right now, you know. Okay, oh my god, we're getting all the tributes? This is going to be so easy. We do need to get some storage then. So, like, we can't accept the marble, we can't accept the wheat, we can't accept the fish. I don't even need to do all this food. We're fine. I can see why the official guide is so quick about this, because we're going to be done in moments. So this will be... Now, I could do a double, I could do a mix, but I'm not going to, because we do have 2 housing blocks we're setting up here. So fleece there... Olive oil there. And they're all good. We could start giving them the fleece straight away. No, we need to buy some. To be honest, we need to buy fleece. Now remember, Corinth was always selling it, but Corinth became a rival. Ithome is a rival and produce fleece. We could raid those places. Thermopylae sells fleece. So we can do a trading post to Thermopylae. Yeah, guys, I really want to do Hermes. We might change Athens when we get back. I really have this cool idea of a sanctuary surrounded by trading posts, you know, and maybe even other storage. So let's start buying fleece. We got the money for it. And they're not going to break. Hygiene is good, but weakening. So why are you giving me that message? We have this stuff here. Speaking of which, okay, housing for 3 more people. 133 workers needed, so we filled those jobs up quick. So I am going to create a road out there. I'm going to create a road out here. You lose houses every time you do this, but the maths works out really nicely there, somehow. So I'll do it here as well, I guess. You can't feed everyone as it is. Believe me, I can feed these people. Believe me. I want to get these guys up to townhouses. Is olive oil available? Because we haven't seen townhouses once in this adventure yet. You guys noticed that? So we could have... So we'll see whether this works very soon. Will these guys evolve through the pillar? That's going to be so cool if they do. And we could actually offset... I don't know what looks cooler. Having these houses like this. Mind you, that one in the middle is never going to get anything. So we want to watch out for him. Oh my god, this is actually... The maths here works really well, doesn't it? Holy crap. So there can be a park there. And I guess an equivalent park up here. With a house there. And a house there. I guess we'll put other services and things on the inside, like culture and things. Well, culture is an idea now. So, we'll come up to our palace. Oh, but I didn't give a road to the palace. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to do now. We are going to say palace, road. We'll put that there. Damn. Alright, well, that's fine. And then, we will say the college... will be here. The palace will be here. And we will walk that up with a maintenance officer for them. So the college will go there. So we just need a couple of podiums. Podium is only a single... No, I think olive oil is irrelevant here because I think, again, just like our other town, we're never going to get enough culture to evolve these guys that high. So... I guess the back corner is a really good spot, but this road kind of screws it. Unless we do the triple roadblock setup, which is a thing you've barely seen me touch, so let's do that. A little bit of new design there. So, we're going to have a podium over here, such that he's got a good long distance to walk to. And then a roughly equal distance by churning these guys out of this one and putting a podium here. And again, one of these other houses may need to swap for a water carrier. In fact, see water... Like, see these guys? They have no water carrier access. These guys have no water carrier access. So, actually, I'll show you something here. Oh, no. Look, so... Again, there's a conversation about the water carriers. It's going to be ridiculous how often I've gone on about it now. But if you're going to put one down, it is better to have it on the northern corner like this. And I'll explain why later. But anyway, even on the northern corner, they're not making it. That, in theory, means health is not making it. There we go. If we see hygiene... Oh, no, they are. Healer passed by. This household ate well. That's interesting. We get a weird icon of a plate showing who ate well. That's very interesting. So if we're going this far that we get a second water carrier in, we may as well have gone a lot bigger, right? Or we can find another strategy to avoid this extra water carrier. And in the higher difficulties when hygiene is worse, for that as well. So anyway, they need food, that's fine. So we've got lots of shacks here, so there's housing for 700 people. Lots of people moving in. These guys need to be getting the food that we are importing and that we are fishing. Food can support 1,900, but our current population is 600 plus another 700 on their way. Mount Pelion respects me. I think I think we want even more fishing to support quite a big town here. And here, this will be quite satisfying. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I've learned how this is going to work. We need on-site storage because the delivery men associated with the buildings won't go off-road. Only storage guys appear, like granary workers and actual storage bay workers, appear to go off-road. So, the disconnected city thing means we can't do this wide bandwidth idea. Like, I could have all these guys moving all their fish to that granary right now by connecting it via road. But the theme for this playthrough, which seems really good to me, to be honest. Like, I don't want to have all of this bottlenecked and moved by, like, one granary worker. But, hey, alright, so here we go. So, I'll try and get it as close as possible. So, we're going to have fish granaries here. 2 of. One of. No, 2 of. two fish granaries. So, you can accept the fish here. You're not getting it. You're just accepting it. So these guys are all going to move. Now, here's what I think is going to be amazingly satisfying. We are going to... Alright, it's not that satisfying, but it's pretty satisfying. We're going to remove this road. We're going to bring it out like this. And like this. So now that maintenance worker is only there for the little island. Oh, do you know what would be really cool?
If you find a good wife, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher.
Oh, there you go. If you live a good life, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher. That's good. I have come down. From Mount Olympus! There you go, so check that out, right? What we have here is a maintenance guy that on this shore will deal with the island and stuff, guaranteed. And we can roadblock that. And this one maintenance guy is going to patrol all the way up. And then all the way down. And he's going to hit all this stuff. Okay, so look, the food is... So they're getting... They best be getting... Alright, they're bringing wheat, for example. Lots of wheat is being brought. Getting us up on our feet nice and quick. Still got 19,000 drachmas, so we're fine. The people are eating the grain. What's that quote? There's like some really abominable, disgusting quote out there from some politician about wheat. I think it's a UK thing. I think it's like an anti-Scottish thing, actually. Isn't it like... It might have come from Scotland, or it might have been from a guy about Scotland. Obviously, just being a twat. I'm not saying it's true, but there's some like really famous quote where it's like, "The grain supports the people are only good as much as they can be supported by the grain." Or I don't know. I'm spoiling that. It's out there. Google it. WP, Google it. How about you edit it in, you lazy bum? All right, found it. Yeah, I was kind of right. It's from a guy called Samuel Johnson. I don't know what he's about, or even when he was about. But the quote is, he was talking about oats, and he says, which grain in England is generally given to horses, but in Scotland supports the people. That was his quote, and it was like, you know, a nasty slight. I think I learned that from QI years ago. It's rattling around in my head now. I just have a very distinct visual image of Stephen Fry reading that quote out, and I think it was from that TV show. Alright, so that's the quote. Okay, don't tell me you're too far. Yeah, you're not too far. So, nothing too fancy. Oh, look, it works! It works! These people are reliant on this road, but this road gives them nothing. They are actually getting everything they need from the other side of the pillars. So, check it out. A little bit more efficiency. What you can do now we don't see this because we don't have avenues. But if this was an avenue set up for maximum townhouses, we haven't had to lose out on the space here. I've gone with pillars. You could go parks. You could go benches, I suppose, as well, if you really want to click each individual little bench in. So, their ability to get fish seems somewhat inhibited right now. Also, you guys can't deliver your loads, can you? No. Do you know what, guys? On this occasion, I really think we should just do that. Because they can go straight to the granary. Like, I get it, we're playing with new toys here, but that is just... It's just better to do it this way. Now, we could build these fisheries like this, or I'm also thinking water crossing to that island for even more. But maybe that's not necessary. This is a cool mission. This is very easy, isn't it? Very chill. So what else is available for import or export? We can buy wheat, which we're doing. We can, and it's the cheapest, which is excellent. I just kind of lucked into that, to be honest. Marble, grapes, fleece, armor. I don't know, maybe someone will attack us? There might be a natural disaster that we have to keep an eye out for as well. I'm going to build this row here now. I think this is too wide. There's too much space in the middle for this design. So we did 10 wide, but it's a bit too much, you know. What's wrong with you guys? No food? Oh, it's appeal. It's not appealing enough there. Okay, that's fine. We have a... So, but the thing is, if there's a spot perfectly for a monument, that's pretty good as well. And I do think I'll put a monument there next to the infirmary. Oh, there's no infirmary on this one. I didn't put these guys in, so hold on. So we do tax office and infirmary. Nice. And then we would put another monument there, maybe. They probably still want a bit more appeal as well, especially as the requirements for appeal go... Well, no, but this is as high as they'll evolve, isn't it? Whatever, let's do it that way, and then let's put... no, let's do 2 rows of parks. Because you do get different types. Like, I like this one. This is my favourite park graphic. It looks so nice with the ground and the marble there. Okay. So, lumber. Copper. Ithome demands wood. Right, we made this mistake before. We didn't get on the required industry quick enough. So let's see. We have 104 people unemployed. 700 spaces for more houses. So we're pretty good here. So we're going to do this, 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 this. We're going to do a maintenance post. Timber mills, 1, 2. So what you want to do as well is pay attention to the cost of things. I'm pretty sure, now I didn't verify it and I couldn't really while I was editing. You remember before where we were spamming the mints? I think the mints were really expensive to place. I think they were like as high as 200 drachma to place each one. So look, it costs more to start with the masonry than it does to start with the timbering. The timber mills. I was struggling so much the other day on how that would... on how to say that. I'm going to leave a gap for the employees to get through. So we do that and that. The gap's kind of ugly because we could have had perfect space for storehouses there, but whatever. So we have 2 storehouses, and these guys will accept wood, and these guys will accept wood. So that's our wood industry, and I really think that's enough, that little square. I don't think we're going to have any other problems. So that's 1. Next, we want to get the copper out of this. So let's pull this up. And again, we want it nice and close, but not so close that they block the nodes. So we'll do foundry, 1, 2, 3. Gap, 1, 2, 3. And then maybe we'll do some others on the other side of the road. Oh god, I'm going to sneeze. I have to wrinkle my nose. Wrinkling, 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 wrinkling. Okay, good. So, fix that. I'm talking about that like there's a part of the game. Storehouses. 1, 2 again. Plus a maintenance office. Hello. Apparently the sneeze was very distracting because I already have a maintenance office. We have 2 there now. And these guys will do nothing but accept bronze. And accept bronze. And then finally down here we want marble. So again we'll do a little thing. And we'll do... I have done this so hyper efficient, this one. It's unreal. This is the best mission we have seen by far. In terms of, like, speed of building and, like, not messing things up. So there you go. So then we got the masonry shops with 2 storehouses. And these ones will accept the marble. And you will accept the marble. Now, I believe someone's already paying tribute to us of wood over at Athens. And I wonder if the devs disabled that for this. Because, you know... There's a bit of a weird wriggle going on there, isn't there? And we won't have roads connecting them. The maintenance man can spin around that. Genuinely, guys, what time is it? Oh my god, it's been half an hour. Still, though, alright, even though it's been half an hour, I would honestly say I think this colony is done. I think we have beaten the mission. No joke. So I think Amphipolis is, it's not too bad. Oh, and these guys want this. Should we connect all the, I want to do it. Let's connect all the fishing industry. I don't want to add fisheries the whole way, though. Alright, do you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. We don't have any fancy Agora stuff going on this time. So again, another granary. Not there because appeal. Let's do it over here, but not too close because we want to put fish there. So like this, I suppose. Oh, here you can see something interesting about the AI. You can accept fish here. These wheelbarrow men, we put a granary down, and they said, oh, there's a granary, let's go, right, like in the tick. Now I've deleted the granary, so what are they going to do? What happens to their goods? Does it get deleted? Sometimes when you watch people moving around, they like randomly disappear and whatever when they get to a location. Well, let's see what they do. I believe what will happen, and again, like Impressions would have had to have thought about this. You know, I think people kind of talk about older games like, you know, they're all way more simple from the design level, blah, blah, blah. But they were already here in 1999 making this game, thinking about quite careful fringe scenarios here for situations like this. So what I believe will happen is they will go to place the fish in the granary, so they're coded to continue on their journey, even though their destination is gone. When they get there, they'll look around and see that it's gone, and then they'll look for a new place, the closest of, and they'll go there. And I don't think we actually lose the goods. And not only there is that quite a nice way of coding it that's not too performance intensive, because I guess the AI only checks for a location, you know, at the beginning and end of a journey. But also, it's kind of how people would act. You know, the people would walk there. They would see that there's no granary there, and then they try and find a new one. And that's exactly what these guys are going to do. I think they'll stop. You might not see it because I put the new granary so close. But here, I think they'll come up to this tile because it's the furthest possible one. Oh no, they're going to these granaries, actually, I think. I think because we connected all of this. Yeah, they found these ones instead, and they're going for that. So, do they want homesteads? No. These people want appeal. These people want fleece. So, we could start the fleece importation. We could start fleece distribution. Were we importing fleece? We were. So, traders seem to be going a bit weird. It's not too efficient. It would be better on the road, but I wanted to preserve the tree line. Be interesting to have all this space up here, you know. This feels like a very beginner-friendly mission. Oh, what's your problem? Food. What we can do as well is we can show off some really giga housing designs where you need 2 agoras to service the whole thing. So, like, these guys don't have food, but I think they will eventually get it. So don't you guys worry about that. So, again, we only have parks, so the whole park column thing. Let's say that these guys are out. This is our Doric block over here. We'll do that for now. No, we can... And then we can say... The monument, I don't know. The monument kind of complicates things. Oh, yeah, look, we got the pretty one again. Oh, it fills me with such warm nostalgia, man. Simpler times, am I right? I think there's a really interesting thing about, like, human psychology in terms of, like, how we think of nostalgia. Like, it's very easy to simplify past lives and past experiences and think everything was rosy and amazing. So when I play this game and I'm clicked back into that, I'm like, oh, life was so good. My temptation is to always think life used to be so good. But if you really analyze it, you know, you had all those teenage insecurities or, like, childhood troubles and issues. You had no freedom. There were all these problems. It's just for some reason, humans find it very easy to forget the bad. Well, maybe not for some reason. Maybe evolutionary, that's really important. That we forget the bad stuff. And so all of our memories end up way too rosy, you know? And it's like, that's why, like, all old people think the world used to be better when they grew up, blah, 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 and smear the young. I think it's really important people are educated and understand that basic principle of life, that you are predisposed to believe the past was better. But I don't know. I feel like the past was pretty good while I was playing Zeus. Here we go. Well, that broke. This building, once fine and beautiful structure, has been reduced to dust. What?
Have you ever seen more solid buildings?
Yes.
Archimedes would be proud.
Yes, I have. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. You never had a path there. All right. Look at that. Out of touch, upper management, blaming the lowly workman when it was my design. Oh, we can't put one there. That was inadequate. Were they actually fishing from that? Oh, it doesn't even have road access. How can we do that then? I don't know. Is there a way to squeeze 3 fishing platforms there? Possibly. Also, by the way, this is free. I mean, really, that's already on a road and already has a maintenance guy. So why not? I feel like this map should have had a lot more fish. But look, if we had come to this one with only a single drachma, this story would have been very different. Right, okay, so yeah, we're doing a Doric block there. And then I started talking nonsense. Usually something that only happens on streams, but here it is in a YouTube video, talking nonsense. And then we're going to do a double row here. I don't know whether I like it. I don't, frankly. But, you know. It is what it is. And I like the whole agora, to be honest. Surrounded by the pillars. It just looks good, doesn't it? If I do it the whole way, anyway. Like, I like that. Not the sides, but these bits. Looks really good. I'm going to do that over here. It's going to shrink our parks. Clear. Wood ready. 3 months to comply. We got it in time. Good. I want to go and have a look at how those guys are doing in a second. God, that really is what managers are like, isn't it? Have to look busy, so they go wandering around all the different departments to check in. So yeah, and this is our ionic block. So we'll kill these pillars. We'll have some ionic ones. So I'm wondering what other fancy things we can do. There we can do that. We can connect all of that, but I don't know if I want to. With this technique, this is cool. We can put benches in front of people's houses. We can give them front yards. Look at this. The appeal's pretty good here. Oh, by the way, when we get back to Athens, I want to see the appeal of our elite neighborhoods. Look, it's kind of like neutral appeal here, but look, very pretty here. Oh, we have our next monument. So it was like in front of them. I'm trying to be symmetrical. In there? Nice. I like the population monuments. They get spammed at you, but they look good. Do you know what, guys? Honestly, I can't do it. I only want the 1 row there, and then we can put... I mean, we have nothing. I don't like that coffin sound. See, again, do you remember what I said about resolution and stuff with this game? And how it affects the audio design? You kind of still get it. I'm 720p, right? This is still technically higher than the game was ever made for. They had something near 720p, but 4:3 aspect ratio. So you're already like that random coughing there. It's supposed to be like when you're mousing over near the infirmary, you get the coughing, you know. So it is a bit. The audio is a bit of a hodgepodge of what it shouldn't be. Look at this. We get the fleece. We're getting everything. So let's do that. I don't know. I don't really like the insides much. Maybe you guys do. But then we can do a park here. By the way, this mission... Oh, I have to set stuff aside, so actually we're fine. And then another park. Another row of parks, I should say. See how they can walk on the parks. Should put another house there. And then more parks. Actually, that's not going to work. So then our ionic block. It's going to come out like this. How do we make this symmetrical here? Let's do that. Look, I would do more stuff, but this is about as varied as it can get right now. And then our inner row near the granary is no longer needed. So there we go. There were some people there. Use the roads, you mindless rabble. There you go. Now, actually, don't do these last two because they're going to connect kind of ugly to the Doric ones. I think this is my favourite mission of the LP so far. Look at this. This is just free, fun, fine building. What just broke? I swear I just heard something get destroyed. How are you guys doing? So look, they're chopping down the trees. They're chopping big time. They're chopping real good. They're slowly filling up these storage bays. They will have been more full a second ago, but of course we just gave some away. Over here, these guys are dealing with their bronze. And over here, these guys are dealing with the marble. 3 industries, all going. A building in the city has collapsed. You guys collapsed.
The only room for these goods in the city is right here in my cart.
There was no road there. How many of you guys spotted that? That's crazy. How was there no road there? That also means... Well, they got 1 load of fish out before they collapsed. Sorry. There you go. Right, so then... So we have the palace. The palace can also be surrounded by parks. I don't really know what I'm doing with this road here. That road's not necessary. Unless... Do you know what, guys? I want to go back to connecting stuff here. Let's do that. There's already a roadblock there. Let's have an extra granary out here. Ready for these fishers that live up here, because why not? And then he needs a maintenance guy. How's employment, by the way? Unemployed, 34 people, 1%? How have I done this so well? Oh my god, look at this! 67 people wish to come to the city. Oh, this is just it. I'm just beautifying now. The palace is kind of in an ugly-ish spot. But look, as well, our feeder building worked perfectly. The philosophers leave the college. They go to the podium. The other philosophers loop around. Am I dreaming? I'm going to wake up in a second and realise, oh, you didn't actually get up yet. I really slept so badly last night. I don't know what's... I've noticed that when I start streaming a lot, my sleep gets really bad. I think streaming stresses me out a lot. I really do. It's just that thing, you know, and I like it. I like connecting with people, and I like that idea of being a bit more present and around and stuff. But there's something about it that just, like, it really stresses me out. Like, are you missing messages? Are you bugging? Is it offline? Did you say something stupid and you'll never be able to edit it out? You know, there's just a lot of, like, aggro and stress to it. Here, I'm just chill, you know. If I say something ridiculous... and it's funny, because I've edited barely anything, or I'll just put those black screens in. Yeah, that's right, future WP. I know you're thinking of doing one right now, but don't. He means black and white screens. If then regards us more highly, I bet you do. Look at it. This is the greatest mining colony in all of Greece. Bring these all along. So this is our Doric block. Oh, and I know what you're thinking. This is getting a bit old, isn't it? But we're not done yet, guys. Because I've got something amazing to show. Well, not really. Don't let me big up to it. So the problem here is I don't really know. I mean, let's just give them parks, I get. The parks are so ugly when they're like that. I really don't like the little parks over and over and over again. But we can do that. And then Doric. This road is... By the way, all of this block is essentially useless. We could get rid of all of it. We only need a couple of little lines of road there for these extra houses. Oh, whoever wanted to live there can't live there. Because it doesn't really work the way that I wanted it to. Look, we still have plenty of food. This looks like an exit of some kind now. That would be a cool place for a monument, but it's slightly too small. Alright, now here's the next thing I want to do. Walls. We can encase... So you can have your blocks encased by pillars. And then you can have walls. Oh, we can't. Oh, we don't have any available. Ah, well, look, we'll see that. I want to do that at Athens itself, you know. Or we can have... Like, a brilliant city, I'm afraid to say, is just going to look... A good city needs... Aesthetically, I mean. It needs to be something like this. It needs to be well structured. The game mechanics need to work. But it needs a little bit of asymmetry every now and then. It needs a little bit of differentiation, you know? So, you know, like a housing block with one kind of column and then another kind of column, and maybe the palace area feels a bit distinct, you know? I think one of the most simple mods that doesn't have gameplay ramifications or improvements to this game would just be building more beautification. And again, maybe depending on the adventure, you get different ones, so the cities start looking really different. But you need that little bit of asymmetry, but you want blocks that look good and clean like this. And then you want to encase the whole thing in the walls. And have towers. Towers are really good for unemployment. I'll show you guys that later. But look, I like this a lot. Like, look, take like this infirmary. They live near a tax guy, they got parks near them. It just feels nice now, doesn't it? It feels... But look, everyone's perfectly evolved. If we give them fleece, which we could do, I mean, we're building it. We do not need fleece. Produce 16 planks of wood in 1 year. Best is 11. So we might actually need a couple more of these. Let's see how unemployment is. 39 people unemployed. So timber mill, timber mill. Itham demands bronze. Okay, you can have the bronze. Look at this. I swear this is not right. Marble goes way too quick in this game. Right, so accept marble. We can start selling it. Can we export our marble? Didn't I say didn't I see that? And I said, oh, this guy's in the mythology game. Yeah, available for export. Now, was Corinth selling or buying marble? Something about Corinth and marble, but they might be our enemies now. Oh, here you go. No, that's us buying. I want to export marble, so we export it to... Delos, who we just brought into the fold. Delos we need a pier to. So let's do this. A pier to Delos. And we want it close to the marble oh, look at that. Oh. Alright, let's not get too excited. Okay. So we could sell the marble. And because this is isolated, they should just go. Employees needed. Right, if you want employees, I'll give you employees. Fleece for this block. We got some there. Is it possible to import even more fleece from somewhere else? So we have 2. They produce fleece. Their a rival. Sell fleece. Athens. Athens sells fleece. What? That's not your fleece, Athens. That's one of the other colonies' fleece. Acrisus. I don't think that's right. And when I get back to the city, I'm changing your policy. So, to get fleece there as quick as possible, I think like this. Water crossing as a road now, like that. Roadblock this, so that he stays on a very specific patrol. Roadblock that. And give him a connection like that. Okay. Do it that way. It just feels a bit cleaner, doesn't it? So buy fleece. So we're buying fleece. We are losing money actually now. But we're selling marble. We could sell our bronze as well, I suppose. And we could sell this. Now, is everyone being taxed? Let's have a look here. So I'm going to click administration and I'm going to just press space. So this is something I haven't been doing very much of. The next adventure we'll do a lot more because I'll just be more familiar with the controls. The idea of this game is you click into a tab or scroll and then you just hit the space bar. So while we are dealing with philosophy or culture, we can see. So these guys don't get too much, but they're all right. They're getting just enough, right? If I go to administration and press space straight away, this is taxation. And I can see 15 drachma, 16 drachma, 15, 14, 17. Let's put the tax rate up slightly because this is an incredible place to live with lots of opportunities. And I do believe that we deserve a little bit of that money. So that's kind of the way that we're supposed to be doing it. So we go appeal and we just press space and we see, you know. So these guys will struggle to evolve if we were going all the way up to townhouse. We're not. But they would struggle to evolve. I thought that was going to be appeal for a second there. It shouldn't be, if it's symmetrical. I think it should be fine. So, you know, this design probably wants avenue, ultimately. Yeah, that block we haven't evolved yet. I just want to make sure we're kind of stable as we do so. Now, we could export our wood as well. So, do you buy wood? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And no, you don't. In fact, these guys both buy the same... Oh, no, not quite the same things. So let's have a quick look here. Wood, available for import only. Bronze, available for import only. Marble, we can export. So, okay, so of the 3 commodities we're getting, only marble can be sold. But that's all right. And hopefully they're just going to get that and they're doing that. I think that works already. Okay, oh my god, I looked at the clock a second ago, it was half an hour. We're now 50 minutes. Well, guys, the colony's done. I mean, you go set aside, set aside, set aside. It says the best marble we produced in 1 year is 3, but that's not true. We've produced a lot more. I think it's because we've been giving it away. So, well, the colony's done except this fleece situation, so let's give them more fleece. And I have no fear we're going to run out of food. We got loads of food. Fleece, again, it doesn't get consumed at a very high rate. So let's super speed and watch this evolve. And I'm sure as this goes along here, unless there's a natural disaster or something, look at that. So satisfying. Mount Pelion launches an invasion. They will approach the city and invade in 7 months. Well, I could pay them off, but I think we could just defend ourselves. The thing is, we're now in a position where as soon as... This mission's going to automatically end. How is the best 3? How is the best of that 3? It's because that's the number from last year. And this game year has actually taken ages. We've expanded massively in this 1 year. So we'll see an updated number in a second since it's December now. Alright, how many jobs have we got? We got 189 people unemployed. So let's do... Oh, what on earth did I do here? Why? Why did I put 2 timber mills there? What is wrong with me? Alright, we'll put them down there.
With the centaurs firmly under control, Amphipolis will be a reliable source of the goods Athens needs to build a powerful military.
Oh, I want to stay and keep building there. I wanted to defend the town. Because look, we had all that population. Oh, I didn't even save. I wanted to, like, take a screenshot of it with that tool. That was such a cool town. Amphipolis, that was such a cool town. They best not become my enemies by the end of this. I wanted to do it because we got such a high population. Think about the rabbles, guys. We would have had a huge rabble. I could have clicked the auto defend button. I could have used the click and drag to go and attack. Oh, you foolish centaurs. We got that beat quick. We did drain a bit of money.
Darius has indeed remembered the Athenians, and now he, his son Xerxes, and the entire Persian war machine are on their way to Greece to avenge the humiliating defeat we handed the barbarians. Darius and the Persian fleet have cut a swath of destruction through the Aegean, and Xerxes and the Persian army, having already put down rebellions in Egypt and Babylonia, are marching towards us from the north. Already Mount Pelion and Ithome have submitted to the Persians. After a conference on the Isthmus of Corinth, all city-states in Greece have agreed to unite to face the latest barbarian threat. Even Corinth and Sparta agreed to join the alliance, albeit reluctantly. Even with all of Greece united, putting down the Persian military is a daunting task.
Okay, so Persia returns. So hold on, is this true? They had Egypt, who was trying to rebel, but they put the rebellions down. Okay, after a conference in Corinth, all the city-states have agreed to face. Even Corinth and Sparta agreed to join the alliance. Albeit reluctantly. Well, maybe that'll be a situation where they're bitter or something. And we want to throw stuff at them straight away. So this mission, we're getting to the end of Athens Through the Ages now. We got to rule Marathon, rule Hatsuas, and rule Eritrea, and then we're done. And I think after this mission, it's like one final one where we build or something. I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun, but I think we're getting close. So whatever... Basically, I want Athens to look as good as where we just were. So a new colony monument is available. Oh yeah, and we got all this as well. I want to optimize this. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a fancy design. We'll find stability. Who knows what new buildings we've got as well? Maybe new agriculture and stuff will unlock. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling that won't though. But we'll see. So there you go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Well, look, we did an episode that was under an hour for once. Jesus. Are we getting better at the game? Who knows? Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Zeus, Marshal Olympus. I haven't said it for a while. I don't want to be too sappy or whatever. But seriously, if you got this far in the series, I'm guessing you're in it for the long haul at this point. Thank you. The fact anyone's watching this really means a lot to me. Thank you very, very much. I can't say it anymore, I suppose. So thanks, and I'll see you next time. Take care now, guys. Unfortunately for today's walker, I don't really have a good screenshot of him, but it's the plagued citizen. You know, they're in that brown cloak, hunched over. Get that picture in your head.
I don't feel so good. Am I seeing things? No!
And as a bonus, since he doesn't have much dialogue, when I was compiling this library of all the sound effects after getting all the files out of the game, I found another one. Its file name is PIR, which I would think is short for pirate, maybe, but I don't know. The pirates are not really a thing in the game. Obviously, the fishermen kind of have a piratey accent, which we saw before. Anyway, there's just a single file, really short. I have no idea what it's used for or why, but here, listen to this.
Help me!
Bit of a mystery voice, fitting for the question mark up there. If you guys know what that is, let me know in the comments.
Try this with some here.